Welcome everybody, you're here for the Joint Dota League Season 3. My Dota just crashed, but no problem, I'm just reconnecting. My name is HeflaTV, coming here with Whiplash, and yes, we are casting on a, for you, maybe unknown channel, because we needed 3 channels at the same time. Like, our Chinese are online, both HeflaTV 1 and HeflaTV 2 are online with other JDL games, so we were like, where do we go, and it is of course our backup channel. And as we speak, I'm just reconnecting to the game, and let's see if we get it up. Now that's your time to say something, Mr. Whiplash.
Alright, I suppose I'll say something now. Yeah, I thought this was just your personal stream, which is why I didn't really consider it in the potential streams to check out. But regardless, casting some European Dota. My sleep schedule is so out of whack that it's the middle of the night. I am not even tired, man. I am completely good to go. So we got my carry can't be this Kawaii versus 4 friends plus Chili.
Yep.
Or Trilly, I'm not sure exactly.
No, it's Krilly, but 4FC just does it, like Kawaii and 4FC, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, 4FC. Anyway, regardless, let's go ahead and just check out the draft. It's already underway. The bans from Kawaii looking to be the Brewmaster, as well as the Viper, while on the other end, they've gotten rid of the Faceless Void and Lycan. The bans aren't a huge surprise overall, but they do let both the Razor and the Doom slip in, and of course, both teams end up picking those heroes, and also Skywrath and Shadow Shaman have been picked up as well, so these are looking like extremely standard post-TI lineups thus far.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, everything but the Viper, I have to say. A Viper first pick material, first ban material that is, it's quite a surprise, because there is a lot better heroes, obviously, to ban, like Razor, Doom. I would prefer them over Viper, but Kawaii, they just don't want to see that Viper, which is, I guess, kind of okay, considering you also have like a Skywrath Mage, so the corrosive skin, of course, could do something, but then again, I don't know, like, sure, we have to see how effective that Doom is actually gonna get, or that Razor, because like one of them would have been the candidate if the Viper wasn't there.
I'm also curious to see where they will end up as far as laning is concerned. And yeah, I do agree with you, Hefla, on the early Viper ban. This is something that you'll see a lot more from the Southeast Asian scene overall. They love to play Viper and pick him up a lot more. It's still, a very good hero in the current meta as well. You can get a very fast mech on him. He's a tanky hero, great in lane. So, although normally we won't see him as like first ban material, it's nothing that's like too crazy or out of right field to see him get banned out fast. And looking at the other bans, we'll see the Ember Spirit and Nature's Prophet banned out by Kawaii. On the other end, we'll have the Earthshaker as well as Batrider being removed from the pools. So, still paying a little respect to a lot of heroes that have seen a good amount of play over the past, well, I guess, almost forever or so. As long as they've been released. I'm a little bit more concerned about these next 2 picks, both the Death Prophet and the Tinker. So what do you make of these picks so far, Hefla?
And to be honest, I don't understand the Ember ban. It doesn't make any sense, because after you have the Shadow Shaman, you want to remove like the strong pushers. I mean, they removed one with a Furion, but they let the Death Prophet through, which means we have now 2 wards where the Marching Machines is not actually very effective. I mean, with the Marching Machines, you're just buying time around the tower, as in the hero is not actually going melee. But then again, Marching Machines doesn't affect the Master Weapon wards as well as the Exorcism, and Exorcism can be still focused on a tower from a nice range. If the Tinker doesn't go very close, then the Marching Machines is not really that effective as a counter push measurement. Then again, the Tinker, and we all know the Tinker, like introduced first pretty much by Fnatic. We saw it this way, or like how we see it in the current meta being played. We saw that at the Summit first, and since then it's, I guess, worth a ban. I would have preferred this instead of, for example, the Ember or the Batrider. Earthshaker. This is actually a nice ban, because the Earthshaker is so popular at the moment. Like, even though nothing changed for the Earthshaker, he got that small, I would even consider it a nerf, like the new how creeps, for example, interact with a Fissure, because you can't pull Ancients anymore, for example. But besides that, not much change for the Earthshaker, and he's so popular at the moment because the right placement of a Fissure mostly guarantees the first blood, just because you can block in people completely on a lane.
Yeah, I think that Earthshaker in general is just a very annoying hero to play up against, and I've even seen some teams here and there actually ban him up within the first two picks and bans. It's rare, but occasionally they will do it. It's a testament to how powerful and annoying the hero can be. And yeah, I'm looking at this Tinker pick as well. Like you said, the Death Prophet and Shadow Shaman don't really care too much about this March here with the March of Machines when they're pushing the towers, and the Clockwork on top of that actually it can be pretty good against the Tinker as well, but he does have to worry about, cogging someone in, and then the Skywrath comes and just
Yep.
puts a Mystic Flare down on his head. So that is definitely a concern of mine.
Yep, absolutely. And I think the Russians are flying the first attack wave here, or I don't know, some plane just flew over my house that felt like 10 meters above the rooftop or so. I was a bit scared. Either way, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, Clockwork is one of those heroes. Like, when it comes to Tinker, yes, it's one of those heroes who can actually catch out the Tinker, because with a Rocket Flyer you can have the vision, you can find where did the Tinker blink into the trees, and then you just hookshot him, which is then, of course, Tinker's pretty much safe demise, because he's the only target that Assault should take care of any attempt to rearm or TP out. The Skyrath Mage, but you already mentioned it, is kind of a bad setup for the Clockwork, because he might find himself in a very awkward position, so we're going to see this Clockwork very fast going for a 4-staff. This is pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, definitely. The Force Staff is basically needed on this guy. We didn't even talk about how if Razor sees him cog somebody in, he just instantly puts on the static link, and then all of a sudden, even though Clockwork doesn't rely too much on his right clicks, he's not going to have any to deal with if he's stuck in those cogs when Razor's using his static link. So it's going to be, I feel like Clockwork's almost a double-edged sword this game for 4FC. It could end up working really well, especially catching out this Tinker, but maybe not so good against the Skywrath and Razor. And we'll go ahead and see the last two bans from both ends. 4FC have gotten rid of the Tidehunter, and Kawaii pretty much are lacking an offlaner, so it makes sense to get rid of the Tide. And from the other end, they removed the Enigma, so a potential powerful jungling hero be getting removed from the sidelines for 4FC.
Yep.
And
Big
yeah,
ultimates
what are your
are getting
thoughts
banned.
about that? The big alts.
Yep.
What about this Wraith King? Is he going to be a support Wraith King? Carry? We still don't know yet.
It could be, but to be honest, like, I don't think it's a farming one. The Razor is gonna take the safe lane. We have a Tinker on the mid. The Wraith King is in a support role, unless they go for dual lanes, and he might get some farm in the offlane. I don't think Kawaii is playing offline. I think the last 3 or 4 times I've casted him, they always played traditional, pretty much like with a tri-lane. The only exotic thing we saw from Kawaii was really going in an aggressive tri-lane, but that's about it. Then again, Wraith King always means a hero that can transition easily into damage. All he needs is level, and then whenever he's left alone, he can take some farm, he can go even to the jungle. Level 2 aura, vampiric aura, is pretty much all you need, and you can pretty much go in the jungle like level 5, 6, without even taking any damage. So let's see. Talking about Wraith King, this ban is definitely a counter ban against this one, but I'm afraid it's not enough. The mana burn of the Nyx Assassin is not enough against the Wraith King. You need something else. You need Necros on top of it.
So it looks like this is kind of a throwback to a support Nyx Assassin from the look of things overall. And the final pickup from Kawaii will be that Elder Titan. So that is the offlaner. Will really help out his team with that aura that he provides. And overall, looking at the two lineups, what are your thoughts, Hefla? Who do you think has the upper edge as far as the draft is concerned?
To be honest, with the Elder Titan, everything changed a bit now. Like, when it comes to late game, I definitely prefer Kawaii, just because they have Razor, Tinker, that's a ton of burst, unless the Doom gets a nice initiation. Pushing-wise, early game to mid game, 4FC is gonna have a better time. But with the Elder Titan, we have something we didn't really talk about it. Like, I mean, we have Plasma Field, then everything from the Scarab Mage and the Tinker, at least 2 skills, plus the third one possibly coming out by the Dagon, and everything is boosted by that Elder Titan. So I definitely like the pick of the Elder Titan. Usually I'm very critical when it comes to Elder Titan, because I don't think he has a role in the current meta, but I don't know, let's see. In this matchup, I mean, we have magical damage ×2 already coming out. If he's really in a tri-lane, as it looks right now, then this is dangerous for whoever is against them. because of the base reduction of armor and magic resist. So let's see how this is going. Either way, we're gonna introduce the teams really fast. In the safe lane here, we have Supercell for Team Kawaii playing a solo racer at the moment. We have Jollies playing the Tinker, and then this Trident I already mentioned. Oh, they might actually meet here. We have June playing the Elder Titan. Now they see actually Krilly here on the other side, but it doesn't seem like they go for anything. Bashrok is playing the Wraith King, and of course we have Sai then on the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, this actually, it looks to be a support Wraith King. He did pick up the wards, doesn't have like a hatchet or anything, so okay, we'll have him in the support role over on 4FC's end. And as I say that, another close engagement between the Clockwork and Elder Titan, but I don't think anything's going to happen. They just want to try to grab that early rune if possible.
Rune could be interesting.
Yeah.
With the stun, with the Shackle and the Scorched Earth, that's tons of damage. The Elder Titan is alone at the moment here.
They're going on him. They get the Shackles, and there's going to be an Impale follow-up as well, but oh, it's a whiff. It missed. Oh, that was just First Blood thrown away. Oh, man.
That was First Blood thrown away. If that Impale would have hit with a Scorched Earth ticking all the time there, they could have just followed on that Elder Titan. He would have lost, for sure, his life, but this Impale was so bad that we don't want to mention it again. Let's just finish the introduction of the team and then let's go on the lanes.
Alright, regardless of that, anyway, we have Strange Buy on the Doom. Moving over to the support Shadow Shaman, and will be Xane. And then heading over to that mid lane, as the Death Prophet will have Erez Loco. And then chilling over in the off lane, we have Chilri, the Chilri part of Four Friends Plus. And then finally, the Nyx Assassin, who will not be mentioned other than his name. It will be Exo Y Nozunu. Alright, he's going to be Nyx Assassin this game, or XYZ.
Yep, absolutely. Either way, so the matchup is quite obvious right now. Like, I was wrong with the Elder Titan. It looked like they might try something here as a aggressive try lane, and I actually could have imagined it, because I mean, 2 magic abilities or like 3 magic abilities then on level 2 might have been interesting, especially when then the first point Natural Order comes out, but the problem is the Elder Titan he needs too much level, and if he goes for the standard build, it's gonna be a 2-3 build all the way, far away from the stun. But saying that, he actually went 1 point in the Echo Storm, so this is very unusual. This is very unusual, so I'm looking forward what's coming out from this Elder Titan here, because this Natural Order, this actually what's boosting Kawaii's damage so much, but he decides to not go for it. But in the meantime, well, Krilly is a bit in trouble, but nope, they don't even have another stun there. So Bashrok, he gotta go back. He's completely out of HP and mana.
Oh, we'll go ahead and just regenerate up. So, moving down to that mid... Oh, he looks like he was going to move towards the mid lane, but no, Death Prophet will pick up that double damager. Over at the top part of the river, Elder Titan just scrounging for experience, using that Astral Spirit to do a little bit of scouting. The harassment's pretty darn minimal from it, though, especially without that Natural Order passive ability. And I mean, I'm looking at his skill build, like you mentioned, it's quite odd, Hefla, with an early point into Echo Stomp. I can only imagine he's expecting some of the supports to smoke rotate towards bottom and like get a kill, because you know, Doom's not the strongest person in a tri-lane. I mean, he eats creeps early on. Until he gets his Doom online, he's not too much of a threat.
No, not really, but yeah, as I said, it might have been just a misclick. Who knows? Like, we will never know, and I don't think he's gonna go beyond that level 1 Echo Stomp unless this is really attempt to go for an Echo Stomp build and just leaving the Natural Order out, which is then interesting. I mean, it's interesting just for the fact that this to hit that stomp is always hard, but then again, till there's really like huge magical damage coming out, it might actually take a while. So he thinks maybe with the Echo Stomp he can do a bit more in this game. Either way, we are 3 minutes in, we see all the pulls coming. Krilly, as such, he managed to get the nice creep wave behind the tower, stalling some time, so the next creep wave is actually gonna... Nope, it's actually going for the neutrals as well, so nice pulling at the moment coming out by Kawaii. Just one creep makes it to Krilly.
Checking out this middle lane, there is a smoke rotation from 4FC, and the smoke's revealed, but the Shadow Shaman, is he going to get in range? He gets the Sheep off, the Shackle fall up as well. There's double damage on the Death Prophet. There's your Impale, and then the Crypt Swarm securing that first blood. Easy peasy.
Yep, especially with the double damage. That was an easy one. Like, this time the Nyx Assassin. If he would have hit that Impale, like, I think he might have disconnected, just rage disconnect. No, like he really needed to hit this one. Like, it was relatively close. The Tinker was on a third of HP, and even with the double damage on a Death Prophet, it might have been enough to escape in the trees there, or maybe lure the Shadow Shaman somewhere in there. It's too bad the Tinker didn't go for for a combat build, or maybe even managed to get Marching Machines off, because if there was a Marching Machines, that Shaman would have died, because he was shackling that Tinker under the tower, and that was quite costly, at least to his HP.
Yeah, now we have a Wraith King positioned on the high ground. He's going to salve up. I think he's waiting for another dive to come on this Tinker. But
it's completely empty. Look at this Wraith King. He has
he's got nothing, man.
Item.
No GG branches or anything. Full on support. We'll see the Skywrath head over there as well, but there's already some pings coming out. I believe the ward's over. Okay, they're just stacking up. It looks like they wanted to get aggressive. You're pulling two supports towards the mid lane, but I don't see... well, there is a smoke actually on the Skywrath. They'll go ahead and use it, so it looks like now they want to get aggressive and try to get maybe some type of counter kill on this Death Prophet, or maybe even just smoke and head towards that bottom lane as the drawing on the map indicates.
Yep, absolutely, and let's see. I don't think it's a good idea. Level 2 Wraith King, 1.9 Vampiric Aura.
They're going to find the Shadow Shaman, so they throw out the stun, seal as well, and they'll slow him with the concussive. It should be pretty easy. There's a sheep follow-up, though, Impale as well, buying a lot of time. That's a double Impale, stomp follow-up from the Doom, and they get a kill. It may even be a double. It is a double. Yep. So already, 4FC, 3-0, just under 6 minutes into the match.
That's just bad timing by Kawaii. I mean, that Elder Titan, he completely knew that his team is coming from the side to just wrap around and go for this try versus try, but his Spirit, it was on cooldown. Like, the Spirit was exactly what they needed to get at least a kill on the Rasta. I mean, they might have still died both, but it would have been at least a 2-2 trade. This way, it's a 2-0 and very bad.
Check out Death Prophet. This is just a dead Tinker.
And, I'm not so sure about this yet.
Yeah, it's enough. Now the thing is, the Skywrath actually has to run away as well. There's no level 6 on him. This is a double. Double for the Death Prophet. Oh man,
and he might even go for more. The Wraith King, just a TP scroll is everything he got. Like that Exorcism level 1, usually like when it comes to Tower Siege, relatively weak ultimate. Like sometimes we even see the Witchcraft build coming out, which we actually see, like 4 points Witchcraft, but he made that last point into Exorcism. Sometimes we have Death Prophets at the moment just skilling it at level 9, that is, so you have the 4 points in Crit Swarm just because you want to stay on the lane, but in this situation it was just the best that could have happened to him.
Very good situation for the Death Prophet. So, I mean, already 5-0. We saw Kawaii looking for kills, fishing for a few kills here and there. I'm trying to think who on their side is really doing good. We have the Razor with 31 last hits, but I mean, even over on the other end, the mid lane's certainly winning. This Doom's got a lot more last hits, 12 more than his safe lane counterpart from the other team. So it doesn't really feel like Kawaii is getting too much accomplished across the board.
No, it's really looking bad also for the Tinker. Like this Marching Machine build, it's kind of okayish. I mean, he has the control that he doesn't get open on all the time, but then in the end, like, he doesn't even have the Soaring right now because he died, and he needs that Soaring just to go for the poles. But then again, also the supports, I just don't understand. Like, if you don't go aggressive or protective in either way, then you should be stacking, but the problem is they are not. And now, the hookshot here on the Tinker, and Assault is up as well. He's in the cogs, and I'm not even sure that's enough, but with the Impale, that's it. Even though he gets stunned, but the problem is Wraith King alone. Now he has Brown Boots, but the slow is actually hitting on the Nyx Assassin, not on Krillly, but maybe with the last one, they just need like 2 more hits. It is enough. Yeah,
the Astral Spirit comes in and finishes the job. Death Prophet popping her ultimate. But I think that may just end up being a waste unless she heads really quickly for that mid tower and gets a little bit of chip damage on it or something, but it's pretty much on full health.
That might actually happen because also with the Illusion Rune, like what more can you ask for? Exorcism up, Illusion Rune, and let's just go for that tower. I mean, there's still some seconds left.
Not too much time though, unfortunately. And even the Echo Stomp, that's not going to stop the damage from the spirits, but yeah, well, you know what? That's not too bad amount of damage done from the spirits, considering the position. about a fourth of the tower itself, maybe a fifth taken away.
But it's still a value trade. I mean, after all, it's just the offliner killing the mid again, plus interrupting that stack, plus that stack farming, and this way, I mean, the Tinker now finishing his his soaring. But in the meantime, oh, that's Scarab Mage.
Oh no, Scarab's going to fall once again. And yeah, if you're not level 6, you don't really care if the Scarab's stuck in the cogs. It's the story of this game, and he's still level 4. Kawaii really need to get the level 6 on their supports. This Wraith King is kind of just a fish out of water with the lack of items and a lack of levels.
Oh,
okay, we'll have a sheep.
Look
this is another kill. Oh, this poor Tinker, man.
Perfect execution. This is perfect execution. I mean, seriously. Like, Rocket Flare scouting, Rasta coming in, hexing for positioning, hookshot on top of it, and even just to make sure the shackles, and then easy kill. This will also follow up now in a tower, even though there is now, of course, the Echo Stomp they have to be careful about, but okay, it's not the tower, I'm wrong. But still, I'm more worried about the Doom, because while all this is happening, like while 4FC is getting like 7 kills ahead already, shutting completely down that Tinker, the Doom is just free farming, and the bad news is that the Razor is not, in comparison.
Yeah, and even the Death Prophet has gotten a very comparable amount of farm to the Doom, not including Devourer, of course. She's working on picking up a pretty fast mechanism from the look of things.
But stop, there's already a go on the Tinker. He's going down for sure. Critty's gonna pay with his life for it, but it doesn't change the fact again. This offlaner is making that Tinker's life so hard at the moment. At least the only upside is that Razor got the kill here directly on Critty, so he gets some farm off this. Still, till this Tinker's coming online this game, there's gonna a lot of time elapsing.
And once again, like you mentioned earlier, Hefla, it's the offlaner for the mid as a trade, and that's a trade almost anyone will gladly take any time in the game. On top of that, Nyx Assassin has picked up his level 6, so now Vendetta's online, can do a little bit more scouting as well as ganking, and trying to look elsewhere around the map. Skyrath's not level 6 quite yet. Wraith King, he's level 4 still, man. He is not having a good time.
Yeah, he got nothing. Boots is the first thing, but he's the full support bitch at the moment, so it's all good. We have a deny, actually, as well as a tier 1 tower going down, so 2 tier 1 towers going down at the same time, but the Doom got the last hit there. He's really rich. He's getting a Vladimir's, which I kinda like it. From now on, he's kinda independent. He can even go without Scorched Earth anywhere and just farm. But of course, it also is nice armor and damage, even regen for the entire team. It's an interesting pick simply for the fact that there's not too much right click coming from 4FC, but still, it's for the team, and I'm anyway a big fan of auras. So far, he's bringing 3 auras to the team. The Swiftness aura, the drums, as well as the floods, and let's see what else he's going for. Maybe he's really gonna be one of those aura dooms, which means we're gonna see a AC sooner or later, and then later even a Shivas.
Yeah, I guess if you look at the big picture and the heroes that have been picked up, there's a lot of initiation already on 4FC's side, so you don't need that Blink Dagger on Doom. It's still very nice, though. And if the Death Prophet's picking up that mechanism, then Doom's obviously not the carrier, so I can totally see...
Hookshot!
Clockwork, another one into the cogs, but there's Razor's just dealing damage with that static link. It's not going to be enough, though. And Clockwork does get the
follow-up there on the Wraith King. The Doom is already seeing him, and yes, there it is. Doom, Vendetta, and that's the end of story already.
Yep. Nothing that can be done for him. You're silenced.
Oh, but we got a kill on the Shadow Daemon. Shadow Daemon. Shadow Demon? Shadow Shaman? Like, make it Shadow Daemon. Either way, he just died. That was the combination of the Astral Spirit plus the Arcane Bolts actually flying from the Scarab Mage, so at least they get a revenge kill, but the value of those kills. A Razor and a support for a support.
Well, anything that Kawaii can get now, I feel will be a victory for them. We even have the Tinker farming the enemy jungle, man. He's just looking to find farm wherever he can on the map. We'll see Nyx Assassin teleport towards the bottom lane. Vendetta's up in about 12 seconds, so we can look for a potential pick-off target in the near future. Everyone else is pretty much towards the top of the map now, both the Doom and the Death Prophet just chilling up there. Actually, we see Doom picked up a Blink Dagger, and honestly, I love this item on Doom, like almost no matter the situation, so I'm glad he did. Yeah, your voice turned a little bit robot-y
really?
On Skype, and yeah, but it was fine before that. It's okay now, though.
Yeah, then I guess it was just a damn random spike.
Oh, Wraith King, he's spotted out though. He'll get silenced, not level 6 yet, so there's no reincarnation. The Razor's coming in though, he'll steal some damage with that static link, but into the ultimate doom goes of the Skywrath, but it doesn't really matter, he's just too damn tanky. With the Scorched Earth, that regeneration doing absolute work. It'll be a double kill. Now Clockwork hooks in onto the Tinker, and is he going to get him down? It's very low. Look at a kill there, they get the Skywrath as well with that doom. And now they're going to go after the Elder Titan. He's caught in the cogs. He's going to go down as well. It's a 4-0, and you know what? Wraith King died earlier on in that fight. It's basically an entire team wipe.
Yep, and they call it GG. That is quite a surprise.
Yeah, ouch. I guess they just felt like, okay, this is clearly not going to work. It's 16-3 before 15 minutes into the match. Although it is an early GG, I suppose I can understand them wanting to throw in the towel at this point and going to the next game.
Yep, absolutely, and I really hope that doesn't happen again with my internet. I don't know, like it should be up right now, and I really hope it's fixed. That was just a random internet spike, nothing I can do, but let's see how it goes. We are hopping in game number 2. At least everything is recorded, guys, so don't worry. Like, if you miss some crucial point, you can still check it later on YouTube. Either way, my name is HeflaTV, casting here with Whiplash, and sorry for that inconvenience. We're back for game number 2 in just a second.